Hello and welcome to the We Recommend podcast, a movie podcast where every week we recommend a movie for you to watch and then come back here and listen to us discuss. I'm Jesse.
I'm Jason.
And ever since I was young, I was dope.
Hell yeah.
Because this week we recommend Popstar, Never Stop, Never Stopping.
Fuck yeah, man.
God,
This is one of the funniest fucking movies I've ever seen.
I told you. I was like, you have to watch this movie. It's so funny the way it just makes fun of, I don't know, every single like rapper or I don't know, pop star, performer, whatever. I saw this in theaters and I was like, it was me, Natalie, and one of my friends back in Murfreesboro. And I was like, we have to see it. I love Lonely Island. They're the best. We got to go see this. They have a new movie. Went there. Hardly anybody in the theater. I was like, okay, this is like, just the fourth day it was out. Watched it. I was like, this is the funniest movie ever. It only made like $10 million worldwide in its entire theatrical run. I'm like, this is what's wrong with America and the world.
They don't know what's funny. But we're here to tell you what's funny.
Yes, this movie's funny. So, obviously, everybody knows Lonely Island from SNL, right?
Sure.
You're a big SNL or Lonely Island guy?
Yeah, well, before I knew that I saw him on SNL, it was the videos of their, like Stork Patrol and
or
Jizz in my pants.
Sports guys.
Sports guys.
I like sports. I don't care who knows. Oh, God. Yeah, I used to watch those all the time, especially when I was in Motlow. And I have a 3-hour break between classes, and I was like, I didn't have money then, so couldn't do anything. So I'd just be in the library and just looking up Lonely Island videos, SNL videos, anything like that, and just like in the library trying to be super quiet, just like trying to like hold in my laughter. I just could not do it. What's some of your favorite Lonely Island skits?
Dick in the Box. Well, no, that's Justin Timberlake.
Well, no, that's Lonely Island still.
Oh, he's still in it.
It's Andy Samberg.
Yeah, like the Jizz in my pants, Dick in the Box.
Did you ever see the one? Throw it on the ground.
I don't think so.
Throw it on the ground.
Oh, maybe I have. I don't know. They're all so funny.
Yeah, Jizz in the Pants is great. Like a boss.
Like a boss.
Talk to corporate.
Shit on Deborah's desk.
Yeah.
Yes. It was amazing.
Fuck a giant fish. Blow my brains out. Yeah, they're pretty much, they destroy. And I don't know if because most of the ones that you named were from their first album, I guess. They have, including Popstar, they have 4 albums. You should listen to the other 2. Specifically, like Turtleneck and Chains, Diaper Money, and Spring Break Anthem is good. It's essentially kind of like the song in this movie, Not Gay.
Yes.
It's where it's like this, except instead it's the reverse. It's about like 2 or 3 guys talking about going on spring break and having sex with women, doing drugs, and getting married to each other. It's hilarious. Yeah. But so the film, hold on, let me find my notes.
And everything else from Adam Samberg, or is it Andy Samberg? Or
Andy Samberg.
Like his movies that he's been in are so fucking funny.
Have you seen Hot Rod?
Yes.
Dude.
Hot Rod is awesome.
When I was in the middle doing this movie, I was like, I wonder what my double feature is going to be. And then I thought of Hot Rod, and I was like, why didn't I do Hot Rod?
Yeah. Hot Rod's so funny.
Beans. Cool beans. So the movie stars Andy Samberg as Connor, Jorma Takoon, I don't know how to say his last name, is Owen. You got Akiva Schaffer as Lawrence, Sarah Silverman as Paula, Tim Meadows as Harry, Maya Rudolph as Deborah. What's the origins? Deborah. You got Joan Cusack as the cocaine-addicted mother. Imogen Boots as Ashley, Chris Redd as Hunter. I mean, I could just keep going because every person in the world is in this. Questlove, Carrie Underwood, Usher, Nos,
Michael Bolton,
which just they loved his I don't know, collaborating with Michael Bolton because they have the Pirates of the Caribbean song. You don't remember hearing that one? That was an SNL one. It's just where they just kind of talk. I don't know. Michael Bolton just did a song with him. I'm totally blanking on it.
That's amazing. I have to find it.
Yeah. It's very simple. Whenever he popped up, I was like, of course Michael Bolton's going to be in this at some point. So for some trivia for this, there's not a lot. So, won't be able to tell you a lot. There's just none. I couldn't find any articles or anything. So this is all.
Not a very historical movie, I guess.
Yeah, it's not super. It's only 2016, so I don't know. There's usually facts about it, but I guess it just wasn't a hit. Just like it came and went.
Should have been.
And I think now it's kind of a cult classic. I went on to look for facts, and all it was Reddit posts. Why the fuck did no one watch this movie? Why does no one talk about this movie? Well, we're here to talk about it. That's right, baby. So most of the shots of large crowds were actually from One Direction concerts, apparently.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that was terrible.
Which I feel like is perfect because this is about a boy band that broke up, right? The producer at the end that kisses Lawrence, that's his actual wife.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and I thought this was pretty funny.
They're gonna fuck. Later.
Yeah. In this movie, Seal says he's got his scars on his face from wolves.
Yes.
In real life, he got the scars from lupus, like the autoimmune disease.
Shit. I thought he was in a fire.
And the scientific name for wolves is Canis lupus. So maybe that's why they had Seal in it as a joke. I don't know.
I don't know. I fucking love Seal.
Let's see.
I love that he was in this movie. I don't necessarily love him for any reason, though, I guess.
I mean, he's got that one song, Kiss from a Rose.
Yeah.
Damn, that song rules. Gotta love it.
Yeah, it was in the Batman movie. That's sweet.
Which one?
It was in Batman, the one with Val Kilmer.
Oh, Batman Forever. Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, so the movie is, I think it's supposed to be loosely based on Justin Bieber.
Nice.
Andy Samberg says it's not, but I'm like, okay, the movie is Never Stop, Never Stopping, which based on the movies Never Say Never. Connor for Real has a turtle, and Justin Bieber had a monkey. Both run after someone recording them in an aggressive manner. Also, there is an Anne Frank reference in the movie, and Justin Bieber had controversy with Anne Frank by claiming he hoped she would be a believer.
What?
Yeah. And then you have the trailer featuring him playing drums as an infant, very similar to a scene in Justin's movie where he's like young and playing the drums. They both have a bunch of tattoos.
But he fucking kicked ass as a kid at drums.
Who?
Connor.
Yeah. I mean, he was just a little baby and just crushing.
Yeah. He was jamming.
Let's see. I think that might be it. Oh, even though that this movie makes fun of TMZ very hard, TMZ loves that they parodied him. So it was very funny, and we totally get what you're saying. Oh, and then obviously you have the Connor putting all his music inside of appliances is obviously a reference to U2, like forcing everybody to have their first album on the iPad.
God,
iPods.
that pissed me off so much.
Yeah. I love that U2 gets all the crap with that, and then it just seemed like Apple was just kind of, no one remembers like, hey, it's Apple's fault too. It's like you all still keep buying Apple products even though you're mad about that. It's funny. So
surely they won't do it again with anything else.
What makes this movie funny to you? Like, why is it so funny?
I don't know. I think it's just Andy Samberg.
It's his face,
genius.
isn't it? I feel like it's his face.
His face.
He has such a funny face. It's like, it's silly looking. It's kind of handsome, and like they can sing. So it's like, I don't know. It reminds me. He seems like he would have been like for like the 2000s and like early 2010s. He was our Adam Sandler kind of.
I guess.
Just in terms of he does silly voices, he sings a little bit. It's like very absurd humor for the time.
Yeah, but I would argue he's more funny.
Yeah?
And his music and
Dang,
stuff.
bro. Like,
I mean,
I think
that's a hot take.
I think Joe Biden just called like an airstrike on us right now.
Because he and Adam Sandler are tight.
He's pissed. No one makes fun of. No one said I can't do it, Joe Biden. Just forget it.
I mean, I think stuff like Lunch Lady Land and
that's like the funniest.
Like all that stuff is so funny. But man, Andy
you know,
Samberg's coming up with
the
some
thing with
really
Adam
genius
Sandler is that all his friends are kind of either just as funny or funnier, right? I mean,
yeah, I would say so. He's got a lot of funny friends.
What's his name? Oh my God, Tommy Boy. Oh my God, Oh my God.
Oh yeah, the small man.
No, I'm talking about the big guy.
Oh.
Tommy Boy.
Oh, well, yeah, Tommy Boy. Well,
What's his name?
I don't know the big
oh
guy
my God.
you're talking about.
The main guy, Chris Farley.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
David Spade.
David Spade.
Yeah, also super hilarious. But I always feel like in Adam Sandler movies, sometimes the best bits go to the side characters. Versus I feel like sometimes Andy Samberg has the best bits in his own movies.
That's true.
Maybe. But then I also love the other two guys, Jorma and Akiva. Like, they're so funny in themselves.
Yeah.
Like, Jorma's always playing like the small, like, being picked on type guy, and Akiva's always the more of the rebellion in the movies. Like, for Jorma and Hot Rod, he's the little brother of Andy Samberg's character.
Okay, yeah.
It's so funny. I don't know. I just like this movie. I don't know. The songs are great. I don't know what it is about comedic rap, but I love it. Like, I feel like sometimes mostly I just listen to comedic rap, which I feel like I should try to start listening to just actual music more.
No,
I don't know. They're absurd. It's kind of sketch comedy type humor, which I don't know. I really like. You got Workaholics, all them.
Hell yeah.
And then you also have like now on SNL the Please Don't Destroy. They all come from like the Lonely Island crew. They're all like inspired.
I haven't seen SNL in so long. I need to get back into it.
You should watch the Please Don't Destroy skits. You'll love them. They're so funny.
I saw one the other night about the Keenan or maybe it's Kel, the black guy.
It's Keenan.
It's Keenan Thompson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where he was like in an interview, and then like behind the interviewer, there's people dressed up exactly like Beavis and Butthead.
That's the Ryan Gosling episode.
Shit,
that episode is so funny.
Yes.
Everybody's just breaking because they look so stupid. They keep moving. They move Ryan Gosling, then they put Butthead, the guy that looks like Butthead behind him, and then they're like, all right, move them both out of the frame. And then they set them right next to each other. And then at that point, nobody can hold it together. That entire episode is great. And Ryan Gosling just breaks like in every single one. No, but you really should go and just check out all the Please Don't Destroy, just for the recent stuff. Because SNL is always the same, where it's like, you got about 2-3 good skits, and then I feel like I've said this on the Monty Python one. I'm just gonna
maybe. I don't
know. So I want to know, what was your favorite song from this?
Oh God, maybe what was the?
You got Me Like You Dat. You got I'm So Humble. Incredible Thoughts.
I'm So Humble was really good.
And then you got
man, they're all good.
Fuck Me Like You Fuck Bin Laden.
Yes. The not gay one was hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh man. My Incredible Thoughts though was just the most insane.
I feel like my favorite.
Loved it.
Like, Karate Guy. I freaking love. All right, I guess we should just hop right into the film.
Yeah, man.
Let's get it.
So fun. It's so good. It's too bad I actually fell asleep during it, but she was like, "This is really funny." Like,
I just wanted to,
honestly,
because I feel like half the time we do movies, I'm like, I don't know. I wonder if his wife will like this one. And then I was like, there's got to be. I'm sure she'll like this one, right? Like, it's funny. It's silly. It's kind of, there's some gross humor in it, but I was like, I feel like she'll get, like, I don't know. I thought this was a movie that you.
But she loves that. She loves the Lonely Island guys too.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, good. I was gonna say, I was like, I'm never gonna meet your wife if she didn't like this movie. It's like, this is it. This is the line I draw.
Oh God.
Just kidding. So the film is kind of filmed like it's like a mockumentary type style,
yes.
Kind of like Spinal Tap, essentially.
Yeah.
That movie, and there's another one. Whatever. So the film starts with an introduction of the Style Boyz, a popular boy band from back in the day. It's made up of Owen, or Kid Contact, that's played by Jorma. You have Lawrence Dunn, or Kid Brain, played by Akiva, and then you have Connor For Real, or Kid Connor, played by Andy Samberg, obviously. Now all I want to do is say Adam Samberg.
Yeah, my bad.
They influence people like Usher, Nas, Questlove, and their song and dance Donkey Roll was a huge hit. I love whenever they do that part of the dance. However, over the years, Connor became the face of the band, leading Owen and Lawrence to get sidelined. This, plus Connor's ego and moronic behavior, like his white boy jeans, as like embroidered on the back, exit only, and then on the front, Jizz Factory. So good. It caused friction between Connor and Lawrence, and the Style Boyz eventually split up. Funny thing, so I guess when they split and like have a fight on the stage, that was like, I guess that happened to the Eagles, I guess back in the 80s.
Oh,
Funny.
It was so funny. Florida,
Yeah,
they just tackled it. It was so great.
But and the song, one of the songs that we see is Karate Guy. And where it's just like, I'm a karate guy. I'm in a cowboy hat. I'm in a cowboy hat. I'm in 3 cowboy hats. It's so good. I pulled up like all the words. And then we saw the song Me Likey That.
Yes.
Like when girls blow us kisses, me likey that. When your mama does our dishes, me likey that.
Fuck, dude.
It's essentially to say when your mom does dishes a lot during the song. It's funny. It's so great. And let's see what else. Is there any?
I'm humble.
Okay. I was just going to see if there's any other lines I wanted to say. Okay. I'll cut this part out.
Parents hate me because my car's so slick.
Yeah. Sick Linda. So in the present, we have Connor. He's gone solo as Connor for real. But Owen stuck around as the DJ while Lawrence moved to the countryside to become a farmer.
I love how
he's
always getting shot by a bird.
Yeah, it's so funny.
But I love the DJ. How he's got all the equipment. Like he just does it with an iPod.
Yeah, it's like the producers like say in the background. It's like, oh, so do you use all this for Connor? He's like, no, I just use this iPod. It's like, oh man, this thing's great. 64 gigs. I have so many audiobooks on it. And he just goes, it was Harry's 3rd year.
Yeah, he just starts playing
Harry Potter. Yeah.
Oh man.
So we have Connor's first solo album, Thriller. Also. Was the #1 selling album. We see him on stage with Adam Levine's hologram performing his hit song, I'm So Humble.
This is so expensive.
Yeah. Some of the best line.
He has like 7 holograms.
Yeah. Holograms of himself hugging Owen up top.
One humping the other, like doing like, just dancing on him, like grinding on him.
Yeah.
Man.
So yeah, by none, I am the most humblest. #1 at the top of the humble list. My apple crumb is by far the most crumblest, but I act like it tastes bad out of humbleness. Oh man, that song rule. I listen to that all the time.
Do you have anything you're super humble about?
Not like this. Not like this.
I don't know. I think my abilities in Mario Kart. I'm pretty humble about that.
Yeah, you're really good at it. I'm really bad at it. It's like you got one. I'm not your normal definition of a rock star. I don't complain when my private jet is subpar. Yeah, mom's old, but I'll ask if she's your sister. People say I'm charming, but I beg to differ. And then I guess in a way, being gracious is my weakness. People say I'm so unpretentious for a genius.
Yes.
So I don't know. It's so good.
It's so smart.
Yeah. So we also meet Connor's publicist, Paula, played by Sarah Silverman, and the manager.
I love Sarah Silverman. She will always be like the sexiest comedian.
Oh yeah,
I think.
I really do like Sarah Silverman. I've never watched any of her stand up. I feel like I've just never watched any of it. I don't know how I missed any of it, but I did.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of her. I've seen more of her shows.
Her shows and TV. Yeah. Didn't she have she had a Comedy Central show, didn't she?
Yeah.
I think I saw that. It was really funny.
She sniffed her own dog's butt.
Yes. Okay. It's all coming back now. That's all the words I needed to hear. Yeah.
Like so you could protect your neck from knives.
And then we probably have and then we meet the manager, Harry, played by one of the funniest people to ever
Tim
exist.
Meadows?
Yes, Tim Meadows.
God damn, he's so
funny. God, I love him. So Tim Meadows, who states that Connor has 32 people on his personal payroll, including a weed roller, a guy to punch him in the nuts to remind him where he came from, and a prospective manipulator who stands next to Connor to make him look taller. But yeah, so he just essentially has a ton of people that essentially just tell them they're like a bunch of yes people.
He's got
yes
a bagpipe player.
Yeah, and like there's the shot where he like pretends he throws the ball behind him, and they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you did it! So it went in, yeah."
He just lies to him.
And we also learned that Harry was in a band, Tony. He says that he got kicked out because all the Tonys had an exclamation mark, and he wanted a question mark behind his.
Nice.
He regrets that decision. We also meet Connor's turtle, Maximus, who has soggy bone syndrome. He was only supposed to live like 6 months and lived like over 20 years. I meant to pause it to see because it pops up soggy bone syndrome. It shows the turtle.
The X-ray and stuff.
And I was like, dang it, I completely forgot. And then this is where we learned Owen just uses an iPod. Connor is getting ready to release his second album, Conquest, and it's kind of like the that famous, I think it was Soviet Union poster where you got and then all the people behind. I was like, dude, come on.
Yeah, even it was supposed to be the sickle and the hammer, but it was something kind of. It was
like
close.
I think it was like CFR or something like that. Yeah. We learned that he wrote every song and used over 100 producers for just 17 tracks. So ridiculous. Then we get his first single off that album, Equal Rights, that features Pink and mostly features Connor reminding listeners that he's not gay, mainly by saying I'm not gay and utilizing straight things. And we have like Ringo Starr at the end whenever they show the whole song. He's like, he's writing the song for gay marriage. Like, it's not allowed. It's allowed now. And let's see, what's some of the best?
So hard. I never really listened to Justin Bieber or watch his videos, so I feel like I could have made more connections. I would have done some research into Justin Bieber.
I think whenever they start going to like the music videos, that's where they kind of drift away from like the Justin Bieber aspects of it. I think, yeah. Okay, I can't. I'm not gonna say any of those. Those are too complicated. Okay, so we'll get back. So the first reviews are in, and they're not kind. Pitchfork gave it a -4 out of 10. Rolling Stones just gave it the shit emoji.
Yeah. I mean, he's like, yeah, I can see what they're.
It's like this must be wrong. This must have been like a misprint. And then he starts reading it. No, from what they're saying, this seems about right. But then Connor does find a good review that calls it a triumph. But he's like, oh, what's this for? Oh, The Onion. So we'll say the reviews are mixed. There's just something about the line, like how, like I think a lot of it comes to the editing of the movie. And I feel like with comedies, editing is what like really.
Because you got to nail the timing.
Yeah, it's all about timing. Which is, even in this movie a few times he said, man, that timing was crazy. But I feel like, which just is something in general, editors hold all the power of the movie, right?
Dang.
So essentially they can make a bad director look good if they edit it correctly. They can make an unfunny person funny if they edit it correctly. Or
I don't feel like they're going to have a long career if they don't do these things.
Do it right, yeah, exactly. I think it was either Leonardo DiCaprio or
I thought you were talking about the Ninja Turtle.
No. He also did say what I'm about to say. It was some actor that said, it's like, honestly, like the person that I appreciate the most is the editor, because I do a lot of bad takes and they always are able to play the best take and make me look so much better than I feel like I am, type thing. And I was like, oh yeah, okay. All right, and then we're treated to a clip of Connor's feature performance on a song from another pop star played by Emma Stone. And it's one of my favorite songs off the album. I listen to it all the time. It's mostly made up of catchphrases that Lawrence wrote, and Connor never gave him any credit for it.
So that's why he was mad at him.
So let's see. We have to get some. You got the. It's Connor, bitch. Say word, Dilbert, doink to doink. Sorry, Dad. Dinky nuts, squirrel jams, hats. Balancing my checkbook, Zerber in the sherbert, Squark, 100 gift baskets. You're now rocking with the Tesla boys. Sleepy, Benjamin Franklin, Watch Me Veg, DJ Tanner, Swanky Pumps, moped music, and then my favorite, Costco samples like a motherfucker. That had to really resonate with you. You guys go to Costco every Thursday?
To Costco. Yeah, it's fun. We like get to try all the samples.
Yeah.
Sometimes people get angry when the line is long.
Oh, really? Everybody just goes, it's just a bunch of people going there to eat for the day.
I got pushed away, almost knocked to the ground by a guy who was trying to get a hamburger, a sample.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Did they give you a whole hamburger? Or
No, just a tiny little hamburger.
Jeez Louise, I'm going there then. Get a whole full hamburger.
No.
I think this whole song is it's hilarious. Whenever you listen to it, you'll love it if you listen to it in the car. Even the parts, because they don't really show much of the Emma Stone songs, but she's essentially, there's one where, because she's constantly repeating herself, so it's like, un poco picante, and it's just, she'll say it like 3 times, like just a little bit spicy, and then she goes, el burro es grande. It's like, that's a really big donkey. So...
she wants to be called Emily Stone now.
Really?
Because her name is Emily, but she chose Emma when she started out because there was already another actress named Emily Stone.
Really?
So
it's too
late.
But
now that
it's too late for her.
I'm sure she's like much.
I will never be able to call her Emily Stone.
Her name is Emily.
It will take so long to do that, to get that right in my head. So then we cut to Lawrence. We see him on a farm. There's a lot of stuff popping up about how they old covers of magazines with the Style Boyz on it while he's talking. There's one that says, "I'm a nerd for ass." He's got them dressed up as a nerd. It's so funny. We see Lawrence, he gets pooped on. We see his woodworking. This is a mask. And it's just a hole with a slit.
He's not good at it.
Yeah, he's very bad.
It's so fucking great.
And then he's talking about, we were a tricycle. And what do you have if you take one wheel out of the tricycle? Oh, a bicycle. Don't use that. So funny. There's even if he's wait, you take one wheel away from that, what do you have? Oh, wait, a unicycle. Never mind.
Have they already gone through the part where he's always on social media? Where he's like, I just jacked it.
Oh, no, that's a little later. That's a little later. I do have that in my notes. So I'm real calm now. Okay. So in order to build up marketing for the album, Connor signs with Aquaspin to gain publicity. He and his entourage meet with Aquaspin head Deborah to see that much of their products, like fridges, play Connor's music when used. Owen pushes back a little bit, but backs down. I love it. It's because one guy's never mind. I don't even know how to go around that, so just forget it.
Okay.
Well, because one person says the N word and then she says it, but she says it with a hard R. It's so
you're gonna have the hard R there.
Harry says, "Oh, so we're using the hard R." Okay. So funny. Stuff like that is just hilarious. It's definitely a 80-yard line where it's added after post. But
okay. I don't know.
Where Tim Meadows says "Oh, hard R," because it obviously doesn't sound like the rest of it, and it's kind of they don't cut to him saying it and stuff like that.
Okay.
So through this, people, artists like A$AP Rocky and RZA, they all are kind of supporting this. He's like, yeah, everybody does that.
Hell yeah.
Connor earlier is like, look, if you don't sell out, people won't know you had the chance to sell out.
Yeah.
Connor, he holds a party with all the Aquaspin products, which is attended by his airhead movie star girlfriend, Ashley Wednesday. We get a little interview where there's when I was growing up, I always saw people on the pictures of magazine, and there were couples, and the point of those magazines where you're like, oh, are they actually together or are they together for publicity? And I've always wanted to be one of those couples.
Yes.
And then we get to
one of the publicity ones.
Yeah. And so they get to the thing where they're going to roll out the Aquaspin products, and they ended up downloading all this stuff to all the Aquaspin appliances, and it causes mass blackouts across the nation, and it's pissing all of the Connor's biggest fans off. It's They're like, he should just die.
So fucking great.
Yeah.
When you open the fridge, that would scare me. That was pretty cool though.
Yeah. Yeah. Then he's like, oh yeah, because we're during that scene with Oxman, you have it where he plays "I'm so humble," and then he opens the other one. And it's like, "I'm not gay." And then she opens back the humble one. And Connor's like, "Yeah, I like the freezer one. That's my favorite. I don't like that other one." It's like, it's your salt.
Well, I think I could have it on my toaster.
Yeah.
Because I don't use it all the time, and like that'd just be a nice little way to.
Yeah, every time it pops up, it just plays a song. That'd be pretty good.
No, like when you push it down too, like while it's cooking.
Oh yeah. It cooks for the entire length of the song "I'm Humble." And then we get our first CMZ segment. It's just, you have, what is it, Mike Birbiglia, Eric Andre, Chelsea Peretti, and Will Arnett. And they're essentially just being the worst people. Yes. They have giant drinks. And in the first one, this is where they're just kind of making fun of Connor for real. And then all of a sudden they all start laughing hysterically. Yes. And then you have Eric Andre just like, so good. Love it. And then we learn that Conquest sells poorly in its first week. Only 65,000 copies in the week. Connor, because of this, Connor's like, oh, shut off the cameras, shut off the cameras. So they shut down the cameras and turn them off, but we still have the audio. And you got Connor kind of complaining about the album sales. And then he's like, oh, what's this bee? Get away, bee. And all of a sudden there's a bunch of bees. And he gets a flamethrower, burns them all. And then a giant queen bee comes. And they destroy it. And then it's like, did you get that? It's like, you told us to turn off the camera. Oh, fuck. And then we cut to Zippy, played by Bill Hader. We learned that he is a roadie for them, but in his free time, he flatlines for free, like in the movie Flatliners.
This is so fucking ridiculous. I know. He just dies once or twice a week.
Yep. Oh. That movie is wild. That's a movie we should just cover just because, like, okay.
I don't remember.
And they remade it. And it's like, what? Why would we remake the movie Flatliners? What are we doing?
Oh, or like the OA, that show where they.
Oh, I've never seen that.
They get these people that experience like returning from death.
Oh, really? Cool.
And like then they get captured by a guy who just kills them every night.
Oh,
and brings them back to life. And it's like torture. It's the wildest shit.
That's a really cool premise. I know people really loved that show when it was coming out, and then they kind of canceled it kind of early.
Weird, but I liked it.
Holy crap! I'm gonna check that out.
Anywho.
So we meet Connor's coke addicted mom. We meet Tyrus Quatch, Connor's chef guy, played by Justin Timberlake. He loves watching Connor eat his delicious treats. He's got like a million ways of cutting carrots for him and stuff. So good.
This reminds me of the chef of Metalocalypse. Did you ever watch that cartoon?
I did. I watched it just like a couple of times.
The most famous band in the world, and you're the chef, and all they ask for is like cheese doodles. He's a master chef, you know.
Can I just have some cheese?
But he's so happy to do it for him because he loves them so much.
Yeah. So then we get the first night of the tour, and we get the song Bin Laden, which talks about a girl that wants to get fucked like America fucked Bin Laden. I'm holding a fugitive. Deadass. I'm a smash. Oh, that song's great.
I'm a smash.
Yeah. They have a whole music video for it, and it's so good.
When they pull on Stork Patrol and they pull up to the house and like on the megaphone, and I come outside and marry one of us.
Yeah. You have the SEAL Team 669 executing the hit. She said, "You finished me off. Now throw my body in the ocean." I yelled Geronimo, then took some pictures for posted. The president called. He said, "Congratulations, Connor." I said, "Mr. President, to what do I owe this honor?" He said, "Come give me the deets in the White House garden. I got to know how you fucked her like we fucked Bin Laden."
Yeah.
So good. So good. And then we also get the Mona Lisa song where he's just talking about how mid the painting is.
It's fucking great.
Yeah.
It is though.
Yeah, it is just kind of just like a regular old painting. Man. It's just a girl half smiling.
Leo, I mean, he did better stuff.
Yeah.
Right? He had better ones.
Dang, all the art nerds are coming after us now.
It's my hot take.
We're gonna get so disliked now. And then he asks the audience to make some noise and realizes that he can't sell out the arena anymore. He's like, people in the front row, make some noise. People
one
on the
guy
side.
at the top.
It's like, upper deck, make some noise. One guy, and then we get and then Connor's super pissed off. He goes in the back and he's like, Harry, what the hell? Then Harry says, first of all, this is an 18,000 seat arena. Nobody sells this out. You sold 15,000 seats. That's really good. Connor, no, it's not good. Hammerleg sold this place out last week. Harry, well, Aquaspin agrees with you. They're all concerned about ticket sales. Connor, what? But it's an 18-seat place. Nobody sells it out. Harry, Hammerleg did last week. Oh, it's so fun. Just like completely flips it halfway through. So
they do that a lot.
I know they do it like 3 or 4 times in it.
It's like that one where Tim Meadows like, numbers don't matter.
Yeah. Like, what are you talking about? Numbers matter. Says something. Wait, numbers don't matter. Yes, they do. I think I put that one down too. And because of the lack of ticket sales, Harry decides to pair him up with the rapper Hunter the Hungry, played by Chris Redd, who was an SNL alum. He was hilarious. I loved him. And they kind of talk, because Harry's during this scene is like, all right, well, we need an opening act, and you aren't going to like it. It's like, are you saying R or aren't? R. But I love Hunter the Hungry. He's kind of like a Tyler, the Creator.
Yeah.
He's just essentially like a parody of him because he likes pranks. He seems kind of scary and crazy. And I love that he scares all of Connor's friends because when we meet him, he's just kind of pumping up Connor's ego and saying like how much he loves him. It's like, I want to be like you, but black, because I just feel like it's a good color, you know? It's like, yeah, okay. And then like he just starts like like to the friends, and then you have like the one black guy who's like just like laughing hysterically because he's so scared. So good. He's like, I'm scared. I'm actually kind of scared. So Hunter's a big friend of Connor's, so the two start touring together. They're having fun together at first. Connor tells Owen that he has to wear an insanely large helmet because EDM is so popular. It's this insane giant helmet that has a light on it that you can like shoot into space.
Yeah, it's cool.
And has this crazy like monster like boat noise almost kind of like that comes. He's like, why do we...
It's
like,
kind of cool.
Why do you need it? I don't know. It's just there if we do, though.
I love how every time we turn on the spotlight, there was like shining up at the airplanes.
Yeah, the airplane. Like you could see it from there.
It's gonna crash.
And then you have Hunter the Hungry. He says, "Yo, that's a dope helmet. Looks like the tip of Optimus Prime's dick."
Yeah, hell yeah.
And Connor's like, "That's so cool." Owen's like, "But why would I want to be the dick?" So we get a little montage of the two selling out arenas. You got the two banditos. We're just two cute little kittens. We're just cute little kittens. We see Hunter. He's pranking everybody. Essentially, Hunter is just terrorizing everyone.
Oh man. Like Ashton Kutcher.
And then you have the great line. It's you just have Paula come up to Connor. Did you take a shit in the Anne Frank house? Then it cuts to them. Do not go in there.
He slaps his pocket too.
It's so good. And at a club, Connor is noticing that Hunter is getting all the attention. Hunter gets a shout out by the DJ, but doesn't notice Connor for real.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And Connor is pissed. Yeah. So we cut to Lawrence, who is mad at Connor for not giving him credit in the catchphrase verse. We see that he made a poppy out of wood. Then we also get these are the things in my Jeep, which is kind of a parody, which Linkin Park shows up on that song. So I'm assuming it's kind of like a Linkin Park, like the full song on the album, like Linkin Park comes in where he starts screaming, "These are the things in my Jeep." And I love
Does he do it like the Linkin Park song?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then you have Nas who says, "I didn't relate to that song because I have different things in my Jeep." And so on tour, Connor decides to try out a gimmick where he changes costumes on stage. During his performance, he accidentally ends up nude with his penis stuck between his legs, leading everybody to think he has no dick.
Because he had to stuff it. Yeah. Because the artist.
But yeah, so whenever we see him, he's got it super tucked. And it's like, should I untuck it or should I not untuck it? What a conundrum.
They should have asked Rod Stewart.
It's like, I want you guys to know that I have a dick, but I also don't want to show you my dick.
No. When he talks about only women can do this, I've seen men do it, and it was awesome. Yeah, Rod Stewart changes costumes so fast.
Oh, you're talking about that? I was like, yeah, Buffalo Bill and Silence of the Lambs.
Oh no,
I thought it was tucking. And then Jay Muse from Clerks.
Well, I was talking about on stage, like on a live performance.
Man, and he was able to do it like that fast, like they pull it up and pull it right back down. He's changed.
Oh, fuck, no, not that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I didn't know that's what you meant.
Oh, yeah.
I meant like changing it. So that's a thing that other people do with this whole trick. I thought it was just
I don't know if they can do it that fast. That would be pretty insane.
That would be insane.
And so we're backstage, and Hunter's just like, "Whoa, where was your dick, dude?" And Hunter starts saying, "It's like, man, if I didn't do that, but I mean, whoever did that was probably the greatest prankster ever." Wait, that does sound like me.
But it wasn't me.
Yeah,
but maybe it was.
And then,
but it wasn't.
You have a line where like Connor's like, "Man, I was up there for 10 seconds." And you have Harry saying, "Connor, don't worry about it. You were up there for like 10 seconds. Connor, 10 seconds is an eternity, Harry. It's a third of the way to Mars, Harry." Connor, we've talked about this. 30 Seconds to Mars is the name of the band, not a fact. So good. Oh, man.
Oh, man. When I did shrooms my first time, we listened to a 30 Seconds to Mars album.
Yeah.
And I lost my goddamn mind.
Did you go crazy whenever The Kill came on?
I don't know. It was scary to me.
So then we cut. Connor is frequently being mocked by paparazzi from CMZ. They're just essentially kind of going crazy about his wardrobe malfunction. You have Will Arnett just drinking everybody's drinks. He's also pulling out pulls out one giant huge cup, pulls out a second, and then he has 3 taped together. The other ones all have giant cups. He starts sipping theirs. And they're like, "Connor, for real?" More like, "No dick, for real."
They're still doing their like evil laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So in order to change the word in the media, Connor decides to propose to Ashley. He stages an elaborate proposal with the wolves and performs and does a performance with from Seal.
Party wolves.
Yeah. As Connor proposes, Seal's song causes the wolves to go nuts and start running loose.
Yeah, the guy's like, "Can you get Seal to stop?"
Yeah. Paul Scheer comes up. He's like, "Hey, can you tell Seal to stop singing?" Harry's like,
"No.
Nobody tells Seal to stop singing." And then Connor, while he's trying to propose, these wolves are going crazy. He looks at Paul Scheer. He's like, "Hey, can you tell these wolves to quiet down?" He's like, "No, I can't." And then all the wolves, they get loose. And Connor and Ashley run to their limo while Seal tries to hold off the wolves, leading him to get mauled. Seal later, and then this is where we get the line. It's like, "Do you know how I got these scars?" Because he's like, "I can take care of myself. This is how I got these scars." Like, "That's how you got the scars?" And then so he like fights off one wolf, and then he gets mauled by the other, and they're like, "He's dead. Seal's dead." And it immediately cuts this magazine. Seal suing Connor for real. Ashley breaks up with him. And his fans are now even more pissed off. And everybody hates him. Yeah. It's because, what was it? She said, "Oh, yeah." Ashley said, "Yeah, when I was psychic told me in my past life I was a wolf." And Connor remembers. It's like, who would have forgotten that? And then Connor is able to get on to the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon brings out Owen out so the 3 can do the donkey roll, which upsets Connor because he thinks it makes him look like a has-been.
I love it. I want to learn the donkey roll.
I know. I just like the move where they like
do it at my daughter's wedding.
Yeah. Yeah. Owen calls Lawrence to see if he will come to the Connor's show. I love the whole scene. Lawrence is just holding a baby goat while another goat's at his feet. And you just keep hearing that. And then Owen's like, "What's that noise?" He's like, "Oh, that noise? That's my girlfriend. I'm having sex right now."
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, by the way, Madeline's not getting married. I was just saying that when she does.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'd hope she's not.
She's 13.
That would be insane.
That would be insane. Anyway, I just wanted to clear that up.
I meant the future marriage, I guess.
Yes.
So Owen decides to try and bring Connor and Lawrence back together in a Parent Trap-inspired scheme where they can reconcile. And then we get a quick...
He loves the Parent Trap so much.
Then we get a quick performance of the song Ibiza, where he went to Spain and realized everybody said... They say their S's with a TH, so he just changes...
The whole country had a speech in front of it. So like instead of just pronouncing it, you had to spell it like that on the screen.
Yeah, it's so good.
Like they can't read either.
Ooh. And it's like he just starts saying,
I wrote a song about it.
And then he starts saying like it for a bunch of different words, and he's saying it for like things that didn't even originate like in Spain or anything. So it's just like, what are we saying?
And the song is just a bunch of gibberish.
Fiesta, So
catchy song though.
Yeah, it's so good. And then Owen tells Connor Lawrence is there to talk to them. Connor immediately asks if he's trying to parent trap them. He's like, what? No. Owen brings them both inside of a limo to talk, but neither of them want to speak to each other. They try to leave, but then Connor and the limo then gets bombarded by crazed fans that want Connor to sign their body parts. You got the girl with the butt first. Yeah. It says, I love Connor.
It is the boobies.
Presses the boobs against the thing. And then the next thing, he's like, you don't like this? I love this. I slurp this down as like a guy's pushing his penis onto the window. And
then Owen tries to say something about it, right?
And then he looks and he rolls down the window to sign it. And he's like, oh my God.
He signs it anyway.
Yeah, the girl comes out. That's my boyfriend. That's his penis. Can you sign it for me? And he's like, yeah, sure. He's like, I'll just give you my John Hancock.
I want to know if this has ever happened for real.
And then he like hand sanitizes his hand immediately. But then essentially it doesn't work, and Lawrence just leaves and says never call him again. Paula tells Connor that the Poppies denied his request to perform because he's always wanted to perform at the Poppies. Connor is pissed because Hunter is not getting off the stage. So he just goes up on stage and Hunter tells him that it's like, it was me.
Yeah. I love how he's like, he'll be off at any minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going to be up here forever.
I'm going to die on this stage. But yeah, so Hunter essentially tells him that he did the wardrobe malfunction and then just continues to take over the stage. And then Owen, who wants to kind of calm everything down, like, his helmet messes up and starts blinding everybody while the noise is going on. Everybody's like, ah! So good.
I want one of these helmets.
So Connor, who's pissed off, tells Harry he wants Hunter off the tour. When Harry tells Connor he also signed Hunter, Connor gives Harry an ultimatum of who to work with, and he chooses Hunter. Connor wants to know who he can trust, so he makes pancakes with dog shit in them. His two fake friends say they love them, but Owen says they are gross. He reveals his intentions. Owen gets pissed because he can't believe Connor would think he is like his lackeys. Then Owen leaves.
Dog shit.
And then he like cuts to the like one of the girls that's like I guess their social media like manager or whatever, and she's just like eating them without even noticing, and he's like, ugh, does she not know? So
she
good.
loves it.
Yeah. So he becomes, and then like we cut to the next scene. He cuts to when his turtle dies, Maximus. He
That's
becomes
so fucking
super
funny.
obsessed. He's like,
It's barfing
he's
all over.
completely gray, and he can't leave because like all the paparazzi's in his way. And then we go to the funeral, one of the saddest funerals ever.
Pretty sad, but it's so funny.
And then like, he puts little turtle on a boat in his pool, shoots like pushes him off.
What was the line he gives at the very beginning of it though? He's
it's like, I walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
From the rap.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when he pushes him on this little like wood boat, and then he takes out a Roman candle and shoots it at it. And as soon as it catches on fire, everybody's like, he had like a group of people who are all like, woo! And they all jump in the pool for a pool party. And then you just cut to Connor. He's like, just crying. So good. That will always be funny when someone is having the worst time of their life and everybody's like, yeah. So we learn that Connor is released from Aquaspin contract and the tour is canceled. Connor decides to return to his mother's house and get away from the showbiz lifestyle. We see him drinking, just constantly like 7 shots immediately in the morning, and then he becomes obsessed with whatever that horse thing was. What was it called? It's like it's
Detrage.
Croissant, something like that. Yeah. You're right. I think it's
maybe it's
dressage. Yeah.
Horse dancing.
Yeah, and if you do that, please leave us an email at werecommend@mailbag@gmail.com.
We want to see your horse dance.
Yes. And then we also learned that he loves painting now, and he paints horses.
This is incredible.
They're all horribly painted horses, but he does sell one for $11.50.
Yeah, it's great. It made him feel good.
Yeah.
But his paintings were so fucking bad and hilarious. Have you seen the it was like something on TikTok. They're making children's drawings real.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Holy shit!
Have you seen the one where I think it's a TikTok trend, where they have a wife and husband paint each other. So like so the wife paints the guy, and it's always pretty good, and then it turns to like how the guy painted the girl, and it's always this monstrosity, and it's like, what the heck?
It's like the Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, exactly. It's so funny. Next time I see one, I'm gonna send it to you. I have to send it to you.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yes. So Connor is later visited by Paula, who puts on a tape of Connor's 10th birthday party where Owen and Lawrence gave him Maximus as a gift because he thought his mom gave him as a gift.
That was very sweet.
But it was his friends. So Paula brings him to a club where Owen is performing as the DJ and tries to sing, but he's completely tone deaf. Connor is immediately realizing, did my last album suck? Did I mess everything up? It's really nice that I could say all this in this loud room.
And he had to put on makeup.
Yes.
To go out
like
in public.
You look like Matthew Modine. And then later Jason Segel.
Silverman's giving him so much shit about
it. I know, it's so good. And so he, in his ridiculous disguise, he approaches his friend and apologizes for his behavior. It's a sweet moment, but Owen is struggling with a conversation because of the way he looks. He's like, I can't do this. You look like Jason Segel. Then he takes the glasses off, and he looks identical to Jason Segel. He's doing the head movements and everything, and it's perfect. Oh, Sarah Marshall. Yeah, I keep forgetting. Oh, that's a movie. We got to do that movie soon.
She says one thing. She's like, "You look like Nazi propaganda."
Yeah, exactly. It's so good. So, Connor and Owen, they travel to Lawrence's farm. After repeatedly trying to justify his stupidity, Connor apologizes to Lawrence and gives him credit for writing his best stuff.
It took him a long time to get there.
Yeah, he's just like, what, do you want me to say that you wrote it? It's like, all right, I was a little late. All right, I didn't show up at all. But I overslept by accident. It wasn't an accident. I completely did it on purpose. Okay, I wasn't there. You're right. You wrote the song. And before this, like, because Lawrence notices the real poppies where his fake poppy was, he just like throws it in a tree. It's like, great, now I have to go get that.
I have to go look for that later.
Yeah. So Lawrence forgives him and then reveals to his friends that he's been growing weed.
A lot of it.
Yeah, it's like you have the dope beat that comes on, and they're smoking, they're getting the poppy out of it. We see all the different types of weed he has. It's a bunch of them. And right in the middle is frog jizz.
And it's just a bottle of jizz.
Frog jizz, yeah. And then they spend the afternoon hanging out and coming up with a song that they made back in the day called Sick Glinda.
Definitely sounds like
are you
a bunch of
are you avoiding me or are you dying?
Yes.
Like, I hope you're dying. And this is a great scene because we get Lawrence kind of talking about how they came together and like how much he's like loves Connor now, and then like a bird poops and it falls down next to him. He's like, "Hey, look at that!" He immediately looks up and his poops in his mouth. It's so funny. And then Owen's like, I can tell Connor's really trying. I saw he's reading a book, How to Be a Better Friend, which is really nice. But it's also nice that we know that he can read.
Yeah,
which is a lot of weight lifted off our shoulders.
It's very heartening.
Yeah. And then Connor gets a call from Paula saying he got a spot at the Pop Awards. It's like, yeah, hey, so the Pop Awards are calling, and they say they have a spot open. Taylor Swift was arrested for murder.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. So Connor wants to turn it down, but Owen and Lawrence tell him not to, since it could be big for him. They want him to do his solo stuff, but also still hang out for him, like with him. He's like, yeah, we're like Method Man from the Wu-Tang Clan. He had his solo stuff, and he was still a part of Wu-Tang Clan. And then they say another guy from Wu-Tang Clan. He's like, yeah, did his solo stuff, and he was a part of Wu-Tang. Yeah. And then the other guy, then Connor says it's like, oh man, everybody's just kind of from Wu-Tang Clan. We're like Wu-Tang Clan,
but better.
Not really.
No.
And then they do another one. It's like, yeah, see, we're like Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. We're all three Tom Petty. And we're the Heartbreakers.
But there are other members.
I'm Tom Petty. You're Tom Petty. You're Tom Petty. And we're all.
Was it like George Harrison in it too?
Oh, I don't remember.
I don't know.
And then after that, it's like, And then Owen's like, yeah, Tom Petty. It's like, no, we're all the heartbreakers. Like, I've lost the metaphor. And then Connor said, it's like, all right, I'll do it, but I'm not doing it alone. Owen, who are you going to do it with? You, dummy. We're so high. So the guys head out for the poppies to join Connor as the Style Boyz again.
I love how they turned the poppy award into a pipe. The smoke out of
yeah.
it.
I completely missed saying that. Yeah, it's so good. So whenever they get there, they see Hunter. He's filming a personal documentary. And apparently Snoop Dogg has a documentary too.
There's 3 different documentaries.
Yeah, because like Hunter's confronting him, and then Hunter starts talking to a camera, and it's the wrong camera, and then he starts talking to another one, and it's like, no, that's not yours either. Whose is this? It's Snoop Dogg's. It's like, what?
You've been surprised.
It's a surprise, motherfucker. And then they're all getting jumbled up as they're trying to walk away. It's so good.
I love to hang out with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, cool. He's so funny. He goes, then Hunter the Hungry goes up on stage to present an award with Mariah Carey and just uses it as a chance to advertise for Aquaspin. Mariah and the fans get annoyed, leading Hunter to curse out everyone. He then goes to confront Harry and insults him. So Harry slaps the hell out of him in the face. It's so good. And like Hunter walks off, and then as Harry's walking to them, he's like, I can't believe I just did that.
Yeah, he was like, oh, I just told him how to get some respect. He just totally glosses over the fact that he just assaulted him.
But then we have Harry and Connor. They make up, and the Style Boyz are all back together, and they're going out to the perform. One of the show's producers then approaches Connor and says his act has been cut from 6 minutes to 3, meaning he has to choose between doing a solo performance or going on with Owen and Lawrence. Connor thinks hard for a moment, then makes up his mind. The producer is hilarious because he's like, okay, he's just staring into the distance. He's really making a meal of this. Oh, he looks like he's coming to a decision. Oh, no, he's not. Okay, we could be here for a while.
But he knows what to do.
Yeah.
He's got a plan.
Connor goes up to perform. It sounds like he's about to perform the Bin Laden song. And then Owen and Lawrence join him on stage to perform their newest song, Incredible Thought. With last-minute guest performer Michael Bolton. Usher also joins as a dancer to do the donkey roll, fulfilling a dream of his. And a guy in a fish costume playing a guitar who turns out to be Connor's chef.
Yes.
And the song is a hit, and the fans love it. So good.
They got dancers coming out.
Yeah.
Michael Bolton comes out with a piano.
Oh, yeah. And like
he put this together
and
pretty
the
fast.
song is so ridiculous. A snow white dove in the pitch black night. A raindrop falls from tremendous heights. A wave crashes off a cliff in Scotland. A child bites an apple, but the core is rotten. TV is free, but what is the cost? We have GPS, and yet we're still lost. A carrot in the desert, a camel in the garden, a man with giant ears begging your pardon.
I know, it's just
what if a garbage man was actually smart? A common misconception that we're tearing apart.
Oh, no.
And to a dog food is just food. And to a sock, a mansion's just a big shoe. A milk dud sitting in acid rain. A house cat addicted to cocaine.
That was the funniest part for me.
No teeth, unlimited floss. These are just a few of my incredible thoughts.
He's like, he talks about how incredible thoughts could change the world.
Yeah. A ballerina waits for the bus. A #1 dad trophy covered in rust. A nun dunked a basketball, living the impossible.
That was cool. She gets like the medal sign with her hands.
A man breaks his leg inside a hospital. We just thought of that, and it can change the world. So funny. Whew, it's so good. And that's it. Essentially, it's a happy ending.
Dying.
In the end, Connor is happy and performing with his friends again. He even gets a new turtle, and he names it Maximus 2. Connor then gets mauled by a wolf.
Yeah.
It's out of nowhere. But movie's not over, because during the credits scene, we see this CMZ gang trying to mock Connor again, but they have nothing and then reflect on their sad and miserable lives. They then decide to make fun of James Franco leaving a Denny's restaurant.
Oh, man, I got to go back and watch that part.
Because they're like, Will Arnett's like, I didn't even graduate high school. Eric Andre, I didn't even graduate middle school. And then Mike Birbiglia, the guy that's sitting on the desk, he's kind of dressed as like a surfer dude, kind of.
Right.
He's like, I just wanted to be a surfboard model. And that's the movie. One of the funniest movies in the past 10 years.
I know. I can't believe I never saw it.
Fucking saw
until
it.
now.
And I'm here to make y'all watch it. This is why we have this fucking podcast. So you're forced to watch this crap if you're fans of us.
It's great crap.
But yeah, it's perfect. Love it. Love these guys. They're so funny. I love when they show up randomly in movies. There's a movie called The Watch where it's got Ben Stiller,
The Watch. I don't think I've seen this.
Jonah Hill, and tall guy from Wedding Crashers. Totally forgetting his name. He's in Swingers. Vince Vaughn. There we go. Oh. I got there, guys. All right, so we're gonna cut to our categories: the good, the bad, the ugly, the fine. This is where we talk about what we liked about the movie, the good, what we didn't like, the bad, what we didn't think aged well, the ugly, and what we thought aged well, the fine. For me, the good was The Lonely Island.
They're a great group.
They're hilarious.
They're so creative, and I can't.
Their music is actually good too. It sounds good. Yeah. It's hilarious, but it also sounds pretty dope.
They're very good at what they do, and I can't wait to see like the next movie that they do.
I know. I hope they do another one soon. Yeah, they have to. Please, please.
I mean, they pretty much just do like Saturday Night Live now, right?
Oh, no, they're not on it anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, neither of them are. They all just kind of they do solo projects, they do together projects.
Gotcha.
Like, I mean, Andy Samberg was on the funniest movie that came out during quarantine, which was Palm Springs. I don't know if you saw that.
No.
You didn't see Palm Springs? It's on Hulu. Too. That's so funny. It's like Groundhog's Day, but with like at a wedding reception type thing. It's pretty good. And for the bad, I put it's the only complaint I had is that I think the first half is funnier than the second half to me. Just personally.
Yeah, I guess. Well,
I feel like a lot of comedies are like that though.
When he's kind of changing, like, and trying to be a better person.
Yeah.
It's not as funny.
Yeah.
It's not as ridiculous.
Well, I think it's just, because most comedies are kind of hindered by